So, what do we do now? This is what we do. I'm so excited about this, to be able to speak to you, to actually speak to surfers around the world that really do want to speak with their shaper. We live in an era of the digital world. So, guess what? We're going to Zoom. Yep, we're going to Zoom. We'll log on, we'll have a chat, talk surf, talk story, and then we'll get right down to the nitty-gritty of designing your surfboard on Shape 3D. And I'll work with you and pull together all the dimensions, talk to you about where you surf, how long you've been surfing. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner through to a pro surfer. I enjoy the process. We do a Zoom call. I talk to you about your board, all that sort of thing. We then turn that discussion into a Shape 3D file. I'll share that with you on the screen. You'll see me doing it. Then I put that file in a box. That box is going to be shipped to you, maybe with a bunch of goodies inside, like a leg rope and grip and wax and all that sort of stuff. But in that box is going to be the logos of the boards, like the Nev logo here or whatever we do. And I'm going to sign each of those logos, and there's going to be a timestamp on the logo. So it's a real authentic custom order. You call your mates, yoo-hoo, I've got my box of goodies from Nev or from whoever around the world, and then have a few beers and go, well, what do I do now? What you do is you take the file to the local surfboard manufacturer, who I've already determined that they are down the road or an hour away or 2 hours away, and you ask him, could you please make this board for me? And of course, he'll be happy to do that, because every surfboard manufacturer wants to be able to do custom orders for local surfers. This is what we're doing. We're bringing back the local manufacturing of surfboards. Then you work with the local shop and they finish your surfboard just like any other local custom order. You go and pick up your board and you're laughing. You've got your brand new custom Nev. You could be anywhere in the world and get your custom surfboard. That's what we're doing here. It's easy. And the quality of the local manufacturing of surfboards around the world is excellent. So your local manufacturer will make you a board as good as what I can do here on the Gold Coast in Australia. Hey guys and girls, this is where it all happens. So when you link up to do a Zoom call with me, we end up here. Well, I end up here and you end up wherever you are. And so we design the board, and I take down some details in relation to what you want, just like a normal custom order. And and there's a couple of other things in the background that are kind of interesting, like this over here is actually an old ad that I'm going to put online soon. It's got Danny Wills, Munga, Rasta, Dingo, Trudy Todd on the old Stronger Stringer situation that we had years ago. That was a precursor to Firewire, I guess, in some ways. So, and here's the fun part. Here's all the logos. Look at that. The Fluoro Nev. God, I love that logo. And it's so good to be able to bring it back. And then the Oval Nev, which was more in the 90s. So this is your choice for any of these logos. So basically, when we figure out what you guys want, we choose the logos. So there's the Shattered Nev, which is the same as the Fluoro one. And there's the original Nev that was around about 1980 to 82. You can see it says Future Shapes, Burly Heads. And then the Gothic logo. This was like mid to late 90s. And then the Working Surfing Man, which is now the Mobius Surf logo. And the Submoon Fish, the good old kangaroo, look at that. And I love this one. This is originally from the Odyssey Surf Company in Western Australia in 1976. But I changed it to the Never Never. That's my new board in the range, my mid-length twin. So, and all my old sayings, never say never, never look back. So basically, we sit here, we design boards, and you get your board made locally. It's really important to understand the authenticity of what I'm doing here with Nev Custom. If you ordered a board off me locally here on the Gold Coast, I would design the board on Zoom. I would end up finishing the pre-shape myself in my shaping room downstairs, and I would sign the blank and it would go off to Burley board makers and get finished. I've done this order here for Joe Blow, who doesn't exist, and I'm going to show you what I do. So, as I would do by signing the blank,
I'd sign this now on a bit of tissue. So by Nev for Joe below. And he's ordered a 510 times 19 3/4 times 2.5, which is about 32 litres. And then I'm going to put right next here the date, because that's really important. The 9th of October 2021. That basically says this is authentic, and that goes with all the other stickers and is glassed onto the bottom of your board, and it just looks like I've done it. In fact, I have done it. That's the whole point of this exercise.